Hello everyone, my name's Kate and I'm a guide leader and a ranger leader in Alvechurch in Worcestershire.
Hi, I'm Lorraine. I'm a guide and ranger leader based in Warwickshire.
Hi, I'm Ciara. I'm a rangers leader in Birmingham. But we're also all clinical scientists working in the NHS. We work in the genetics laboratory here in Birmingham.
Clinical scientists work in the NHS alongside doctors, nurses and lots of other healthcare professionals. They work together to try and treat and diagnose patients. Doctors and nurses will see a patient and try and work out what's going on. They'll take a blood sample, which will then go to the laboratory scientists and run genetic tests. The clinical scientists in genetics will then have a look at these results and try and work out what's going on and what's wrong. Doctors can then help try and treat the patient.
Clinical scientists work in many different areas in healthcare. Genetics is just one example of many. To become a clinical scientist in the NHS, you need to finish school, including A-levels, and complete a university science degree. This could be full-time or as part of on-the-job training. After this, you can do your clinical scientist training whilst working in a real laboratory, and this means that you get to make a difference to patients from your very first day.
The body is made up of millions of cells. Inside these cells, there's something called a nucleus. And in the nucleus, there's instructions for how to make your cells work. These instructions are called DNA, and these can determine what you look like, including your hair colour and your eye colour. You get half from your mum and half from your dad.
DNA is packed into the cells as chromosomes, and these are what we call chromosomes. They're displayed here on the board. As clinical scientists, we look at the chromosomes in the cell to see if there are any changes. Sometimes a person might have an extra chromosome. They might have a chromosome that's moved around, or the chromosomes might be missing. It doesn't really matter if your chromosomes look different, but sometimes if you are missing or you've got an extra part of a chromosome, it can cause problems. So as clinical scientists, it's our job to look for these changes.
So as well as changes to the chromosomes, clinical scientists look at the smaller level, the DNA. The DNA is made up of millions of repeats of the same 4 letters in different orders, A, T, C and G. They're all tightly bound up into this shape called a double helix. As clinical scientists, we can look at the sequence of these A, T, C and G and see if there are any spelling mistakes. Sometimes these spelling mistakes make no difference whatsoever, but sometimes they can make somebody unwell. So part of my job is not only finding the spelling mistake, but also looking into it to see if it might be meaning that the cells can't do something correctly. At the end of the working day, we all really enjoy just heading to guides, being able to play games outside, or just toasting marshmallows over a fire.